Hello YouTube, this is Bowtied Media, and today I have a review of Tchami's debut album, Year Zero. Tchami has been a big name in the house, and specifically the deep house electronic industry for such a time now, that it feels like this project has been a long time coming, and it feels like he's already put out an album, if that makes sense. But if you guys didn't see, Tchami actually came out with an EP with 4 of these songs that were, 4 of the songs that were kind of pre-release singles that I did a little review on up here. Hopefully I remember to put it right there. But yeah, you can go back and see those reviews if you want, but if not, stick around. Flat out though, I am a fan of this project. Tchami really brings it out in his debut LP. Primarily residing in the deep house genre of music, I'm surprised that Tchami has created so much creativity and uniqueness for each of the individual tracks, considering that this whole thing is an hour long and about 16 tracks. So it's crazy that he can do that much music and keep it all pretty much in deep house and still feel like there's some uniqueness to each track. But yeah, just like I said in the EP review, I'm so impressed that Tchami managed to swing so much variety into one kind of niche genre. Like, look at the difference between 2 tracks, All On Me and The Light. Both are technically deep house, and both sound so different from each other. My personal favorites from the project are the deepest of deep house cuts. Songs like Toxic Love, Praise, All On Me, and Monseigneur are some of my favorites. Praise and All On Me have this darker style of production that is largely in part to the production features, or the vocal features here, from both Gunna and Zoo, respectively. Both feel like absolutely solid features that don't take away anything from the track, but actually enhance it, each of them individually. Oftentimes, I feel like features can come in and almost take over a track and or make the kind of sonically where it's going with the rest of the album feel so off, but Tchami did a great job of kind of toning it down with the features. Another kind of standout track for me was The Light. It's actually a lot brighter and funkier and almost glitchier to the extent where it is still technically deep house, I would say, but the song has a lot more groove to it. For those of you that know who Big Gigantic are or their songs, it sounds to me a lot like Big Gigantic and one of their tracks. Born Again is one of those songs that feels like a classic. It feels like a classic kind of early 2010s or late 2000s, like dance hall deep house track. And I think it's interesting, sometimes I say this in other reviews and I look at the song that feels like it's a classic or it feels outdated and I don't like it. But this one adds a lot of still good quality modern production that has the classic feel to it. It feels like an homage to a classic rather than a just rebuild of a classic song. Damaged Hearts and Buenos Aires are 2 of the most unique tracks off of this LP, and both sound almost like new disco and or French house. So much so that I probably wouldn't say that at least the last track, Damaged Hearts, is deep house. It's probably French house, because it sounds a lot like Daft Punk does. They're fun tracks with a lot of funk and drive and a hard beat to them. Tchami's production quality throughout this LP is top-notch, especially for a debut project. In reality though, it doesn't really feel like or sound like a debut project. Tchami's been around for such a long time that it feels like this is just all of his culmination of years and years of practice and where he's going to convey all a same thematic or same sonic sound design and pieces it all together in this hour-long project. And speaking of an hour-long project, while I did praise it earlier for its creativity with each individual song, a lot of that is primarily in the first half of the project. When you get to the later half, it kind of starts to drag on a little bit, and it depends on when you're listening to it or your mindset or experience that you're listening to it at the time. But sometimes it does feel like it drags on quite a bit when it could have gone only maybe 45 minutes. I would be so stoked to hear this project in a club setting or at a festival. Some of these songs are just absolute bangers and will be perfect for a setting or place like that environment. I'm really happy to have seen Tchami put together this project and actually put together an album when he's just created so much in the past for either movie soundtracks or small little EPs or festival stuff. I'm happy that he's actually kind of sat down and put together a whole coherent album. I think it really serves him well. My favorite subgenre of music is deep house, is stuff that Tchami puts together. And I think for a lot of music that resides in this area of sound design and production style, you need to just feel the track yourself. It's a different listening experience for everyone, whether you're going to feel it deeper or you're going to feel it more brighter and more fun and just the mood you're in for each situation, each listen. You really just gotta experience it yourself. Overall, this was a solid debut project for Tchami, and I hope he puts out some more stuff that works together well and maybe has some more narrative elements in them in the future, some more, cohesiveness in lyrics or where the album is trying to go. It's, they're fun tracks and they're real bangers, but they don't really go anywhere narratively. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Tchami is still one of the great deep house producers, and for that, Tchami's Year Zero is going to get a 7. But thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Bowtied Media. Let me know if you liked this at all. Leave a like if you liked. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts or opinions on this project. I have almost no subscribers. So if you leave a comment, I will definitely reply. And I would love to have a conversation with you about it. I will see you guys in another video.